Hey Alistair, just setting up the stream. You might have to bear with me. There's not a lot in my scanners at the minute. Yeah, just starting now, Alistair. Yeah, it was a quiet one actually, quiet weekend. Hey Phil, good morning, good afternoon to you. I was a little bit late today. I had a few things I was doing. I'm looking for. I've not got the scanners up yet. I need to get. I just need to get some information from Benzinga before I put them up. Book recommendations. There's a few books that complete day trading. There's a few. Google is your friend. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. So that's. I might alter the trading to. So I'm starting at 1:30 because we end up doing 2 hours of pre-market nothingness at the moment because there's no volume. But you know, we shall see. We'll see if we get any volume coming through. See what's no volume. Nothing at all. BCA Corda. Let's have a look at Corda. That's nothing. CAB. No, just there's lack of volume on all these. Right, okay. It's down here. Let's see what we've got here. No volume. Volume. Nothing moving at all at the minute. That's the problem. Yeah, we're just waiting for something to happen. I mean, the biggest Dynagas partners is probably the only one that's doing anything at the minute, and that's not. There's nothing above 15%, above $3.15. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting. I'm just trying to get my everything set up. I'm all over the place today. Right, where's the chat? Where's the chat? Are you able to trade before market opens in the US because of the type of account you're using? Yes, I am. So I can trade from 7:30 market time. It's now 8:01 market time. Can't trade. You get a lot of the moves are made kind of pre-market, 4:30, 5 o'clock. But I can't trade then, but I can trade from 7:30. Is it possible to start with 5k and don't recommend free apps such as plus 500? Yes, it is, but you've got to temper that with what your expectations in terms of gains are. If your expectations in terms of gains are with a $5,000 account, let's say you get 4 times margin. If you go with most brokers, they'll give you a kind of 4 or 5 times margin. So if you use the 4 times margin, it gives you $20,000 buying power. So if your expectation is $100 a day, $200 a day, then yeah, $5,000 can be enough. If your expectation is, $5, $10, $15,000 a day, no, absolutely not. Cheers. So Dash Trader Pro too expensive for a small account? I don't think so. So it depends which broker you use. If you're going to go with, for example, I use Capital Markets, and they'll charge me platform fees, which is about 120, 150 quid a month or whatever it is. If I don't make enough trade, if my commissions don't reach a certain level, so you need to kind of factor that in. Your platform fees, $150 a month is not a huge. Even if you've got a small account, 5,000 bucks. If you're going to be trading, I would recommend you kind of budget on everything. All in the expenses on a monthly basis are going to be about anywhere between $500 and $750, $500 and $800, between $500 and $800 a month in expenses. When you factor in your subscriptions to the likes of Benzinga, subscriptions to your journaling like TradingView or TraderView or whatever, your platform and data fees, and when you add it all up, it'll work out about between 500. I would say you at least 500 bucks a month that you're going to. So you need to make at least 500 bucks a month just to break even on a good account. Now you can, and that doesn't factor into that commission charges, because commissions is based on how you trade. So that's what I would say. If you budget on 500 a month is going to be your expenses to be a day trader, people think that they can just get in with 100 bucks and double it up however many times and be a millionaire by the end of the year, and it doesn't work that way. It's a business. And you've got expenses. You've got to treat it like a business. You've got cash flow, and you've got revenues that are up and down, and you've got to look at it in the same way you would run a business. Let's get the like count up. Guys, we've got 200 people in the stream. Let's everybody in the stream just tap the screen 10 times, 10 to 12 times. Let's get the like count up. The reason for that, it helps with the algorithm. The more interactive, your more engagement you're getting within a stream, then it pushes it out to more people. So, you know, from an algorithm point of view, it really helps. Got nearly 300 people in the stream today, so let's get it up to 3,000 likes and 10 taps each. That's all I'm asking for. That's your entry fee to the casino. No, so great news. Bitcoin's over 47,000. So I've got the crypto at the bottom here. I've got all of my crypto positions are green today. In fact, the SPY's green, the Q's green, you know, crypto's green, all the markets are green. It's a green day all around. It's a really good day today to start off with. So a lot of positivity, I think, in the markets at the moment. And the fact that Bitcoin is over $47,000 is great news, because it's broke that $45,000 resistance, and it not only did it do that, it did that with quite heavily, shall we say. So if I look at the hourly chart on Bitcoin, it got above 45,000 there. What it would have been on the 25th of Friday, was it? What are we now? 28th. Yeah, it got over 45,000 on Friday. I think I mentioned that. It pulled back and went below again, so it tapped kind of the $40,000 range. So I'm kind of thinking, here we go. But then it consolidated around 44,500 before then. Yesterday evening, it broke out, and not only did it break 45,000, I think everybody was waiting for it. So for those of you that are following my stream, no, I'm just waiting on Benzinga. I've got a couple of things that I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on Ryan to come back to me, or somebody to come back to me with. I've got a couple of questions before I can put them up, but I'll have the scanners up shortly anyway. I need some feedback from Benzinga before I do that. Yeah, what we look for in day trading, we saw exactly the same thing with Bitcoin. We're looking for key areas of resistance, and then the volume to flow through. We broke 45,000, and we can see, and then we got this a volume surge. I'll just pull this up on the. Pull this up here so people can see what I'm talking about on YouTube. So we broke 45,000 here, and it was 8 p.m. GMT last night when it happened, and you can see the volume at the bottom was huge. So we broke this, and it went. Sorry if I push it up there so you can actually see it. We broke 45,000, the volume came in, and it pushed all the way up to kind of 46,500. Had a little pullback, and then we've been up there. Then we broke 47,000, a little bit of pullback, and continued up. Well, now we're continuing up. So Bitcoin's on a bit of a momentum run at the moment. So that's good news for the crypto space. And if we look at that from the point of view of Ethereum and others, you see that they're all up as well. Not quite as heavy swings, but they're all up as well. So Ethereum, Cardano, XLM, XRP, they're all looking great. Crypto. Let's have a look at Mullen Motors today. Someone's asking me in the stream about Mullen Motors. Mullen Automotive. So Mullen Automotive is down 4% since Friday. It's trying to make a comeback, but really, I'd like to see it's slightly above the VWAP at 225s, but I'd like to see this back green on the day. So back up around 240s might be interesting. We've got pre-market, we've got a level of resistance level of 250s. So after the bell, that's the level I will be watching. We've got a pre-market high of 256. But we've got that resistance level at the $0.5 level, really. So it's the $0.5 level I would really be watching for Mullen Motors at the bell. If that's going to be making any moves, it's got to get over 250. Well, let's have a look at AMC. AMC today. So AMC's it's up 2% since Friday, and we're currently trading 2072. So, excuse me, we're getting a bit of a consolidating wedge over the last 3 days on the hourly chart. So that's going to break one way or the other, but it's consolidating at the moment sideways, anywhere between $20 and $21. There's not huge volume, but there hasn't been huge volume pre-market or out of hours for AMC for a while. A lot of the retail traders that are trading it are relatively new traders that don't have access to the out of hours markets. So you can watch the volume coming in for AMC and GME at the bell. XSPA. That's barcoding. Not doing very much at all. Expressa Group. Express Spa Group. AMC's handle, AMC. Go figure. SOS. No volume at all. It's moving up. It's currently trading 82 cents. This is another one that went up. You know, we had a good price action with SOS, but it went up and then just kind of faded. But SOS were 6% up on the day, trading about 82 cents. But there's no volume. There's nobody trading it pre-market. It really is just kind of algorithmic traders at the moment. Maybe a couple of retail traders, but there's not a lot of volume there. Be interesting because it's been in and around this price point now for a while. It had a run up last week on Wednesday, I think it was. It ran up from kind of 70 cents up to almost 90 cents, and then it pulled back, and it's been consolidating in the 80 cents range for a while. So that really, you want to see that breaking $1 again, and then it could be interesting for SOS. Otherwise, it's just consolidating in that within that penny stock range. Cleaver. I think Cleaver is down on the day, and most of the cannabis stocks are down at the minute. They've been selling off. So what we're looking at here is, yeah, Cleaver's down. It's down 18%, so it's selling off. Cannabis had its little run up last week, Thursday, Friday, and now we're selling off. So Cleaver's no different. They're all pretty much doing the same thing. Let me have a look at that for you. Yeah, that's I'll have to look into the news catalyst for that, but there's no trade there with drip. It's an algorithmic trading that there's no volume at all. It's gone up. That looks to me like a price buyback or consolidation, reverse split or something. From 2 cents up to 23 cents and on zero volume. That looks like a reverse split. Double GPI. Again, no volume pre-market. It's kind of break even on the day. It had a good run up last on Friday. It was it had a good day on Friday. It moved about 50 cents to the north side, and it's just consolidating sideways at the minute on low volume. So I can't see any day trades for me there. GGPA, Boris Guggenheim. What broker do I use? I'm using Capital Markets Elite Group. Just see what Nile. I was looking at that this morning as one of the top gappers. It's a cheap stock. So we've got that resistance level around $1.10. It's selling off now. I wouldn't say it's a good time to buy because I'd wait to see what it does at 97 cents. So we've got this resistance level that was resistance at 97 cents, and if it breaks 97 cents, I can see it continuing to sell. But let's see if it bounces at 97 cents. It was resistance before. Resistance and support tend to be interchangeable. And you've got this range between kind of 95 and 97 cents where it's you've got this support and resistance from earlier this morning. Otherwise, pre-market highs at $1.17. It could be done for the day. $1.15 is tapped it 3 times in the last hour or so. So Nile is way below my price point, but just giving you my opinion. It's not professional financial advice. I'm not a professional financial advisor. I'm just doing the rounds. There's been no trades today. One trade today. That's it. On calm. It's not done anything since Friday. There's been nothing happening there. Yeah, I've just been commenting on Nile. I also use IBKR. So I use Interactive. I've got a few accounts with Interactive, and I've got a couple of accounts with Capital Markets. So again, HCC's not done anything pre-market at all. Not zero volume. APPH. Oh, at least we've got a little bit of action pre-market. Very little though. It's no volume. So whilst it sold off on Friday, had a run up on Wednesday, then sold off since. So I can't remember what the at Harvest. I can't remember what the catalyst was on Wednesday, or if there was one, or whether it was just in the agricultural stocks. So it's been the daily chart's not too bad. It's been good. The whole of March has been a good month for App Harvest. You got up to kind of $7, rejected at $7, and it's sold off the last 2 days. But let's see, it's currently trading sideways. Is it about? Yeah, it's break even on the close from last week. There's not a lot of volume. There's not a lot of people trading it. There hasn't been a lot of people trading it anyway. So if I look at how much it was traded last week, like 1.9 million shares traded on Friday. Same on Thursday. 3 million shares traded on Wednesday when it made the run up. And 2.5 million shares. So it's not not what I would call a liquid stock. It's not a heavily traded stock. Yes, because the broker I use. So Roberts wants to know the link tree is IBKR is the broker that I'm recommending, because the broker that I use mostly is an offshore broker. They're based in, the account that I have is based in Trinidad and Tobago, or the Cayman Islands. Got a couple of them, and a lot of people are not comfortable putting their money with an offshore broker. So for that reason, and that reason only, my secondary broker is at Interactive Brokers, which are probably one of the best known brokers internationally and globally. And I, you know, I've had no problems with them. So I recommend Interactive Brokers. If you're not comfortable putting your money in an offshore broker, then Interactive is a safer bet. So that's why I've got Interactive there and not Capital Markets. I'm comfortable, to be fair, because what I tend to do, and how much I've got in with capital markets any given time. So I'll make my profits on a month, and then I'll move that money out of capital markets. So I'll move those profits out of capital markets, and I'll redistribute it across multiple other accounts. So I'm not holding, you know, huge amounts with capital markets at any one time. Maybe 150k or something at the most. You know. Just waiting on a couple of things. Probably get close to the market open before Benzinga get back to me, because it's only what 8:20 at the moment. So just waiting for them to get back to me, and then I'll have this. Then I'll put the scanners up. Yeah, so crypto was interesting. I added some more to my positions over the weekend, because saw that we're having a good run since Friday, and then I'm happy days since this morning, because we breaking that. It's a very bullish sign, breaking that 47,000 level for me. If we can stay above 46.5, I don't mind if it pulls back to 46.5. 46,500, and then makes another run up, and hopefully by some stage in April we'll see a $50,000 Bitcoin again. Yes, so the markets are now open at 2:30 GMT again, because daylight saving in the US happens first Sunday in March, whereas in Europe and pretty much everywhere else in the world, it happens the last Sunday in March. Not like the US to go out on their own. I mean, they are the only ones that pronounce aluminium the way they do. You know, the rest of the world pronounces aluminium correctly, but the US, you know, don't have an I in theirs. So go figure. Amongst a number of other things. You bought SPY puts. Ah, that could be a risky bet today. It depends. I mean, to be fair, James, if you bought SPY puts, what kind of time frame have you got on them? USA 100? No, it's not USA 100. This is the wider the NYSE. It's the wider market. So the New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq, NYSE, Dow, whatever you want, the S&P, whichever. I'm not. I don't trade forex, but good luck with that, Jimbo. If you're trading forex, good luck. A lot of people like to trade forex. Just not my bag. Not saying that you can't make money at forex. Just be wary that most people do lose. Over 95% of people that trade forex do lose money. That's not saying that people that trade on the stock market don't lose money. Over 85% of people that trade on the stock market lose money consistently. So it is, if you're day trading, regardless of the instrument, it is a risky occupation. Don't put money into the markets that you can't afford to lose. The system I use is DAS Trader Pro. DAS is in direct access systems. That's exactly what it stands for. So it's a direct access software. There are a number of different, what I would class as really good direct access platforms that you can use for day trading. You mind explaining it to you? What do you need me explaining? The system, the platform. I'll do a little bit of a tour later. Don't worry. I'll wait for quite a few people to join the stream. I'll be doing a desktop tour as soon as Benzinga get back to me. I'll be doing a full desktop tour and show the Benzinga and Dash Trader and everything else. Oh, you want the strategy? Well, I'm not going to be explaining the strategy. If you want my strategies, if you want I will be showing my strategy. But if you want them, then just go into my link tree and click on the first link, and you can learn the strategies there. I use a number of different strategies, but the one I primarily would use would be the gap and go. Not seeing much movement in anything, being completely honest. So I'm just waiting for something to pop up, and we can take advantage of that. We might have to wait till the market opens. So we've got an hour before the market opens. I don't give signals. I don't give signals at all. And I would say don't follow people blindly. If someone's giving signals, it's because they're trying to take your money. Riot and Mara, actually, that's a good. I'll put them on the watch list because they're likely to vault out of the gates. It's all right. Mara, currently $31. Riot is $22.15. It's funny because last year it was Riot that was the higher price stock, and Mara was the one that followed, and now it's the other way around. So Riot and Mara tend to be the mining stocks, so they tend to move with the price of Bitcoin or the crypto market. They're gapping up on the day. So Mara is currently 8% up. Riot is 7% up. There's not a huge volume at the moment, but they are popular stocks, so you might see them vault out of the gate based on the crypto movement. You can't see the link before the avatar, but why not? I can see the link on it here. So let me just talkie. It's there. I can see it. It's not like it's not there. There's the link. Here we go. Yeah. It says no bio yet, but don't why it says that, because clearly there is a bio there, but doesn't appear on the interweb for some reason. It appears on the mobile version, but not on the interweb version. Oh, double check why that is. It can, on the phone, it should be fine on the phone. I can log in with a different account and it's there. So I don't know why you're not seeing it, Lavetti. Do I drop trades? What do you mean by drop trades? Do I make trades live on screen? Yes, I do. Do I give signals so that you can follow my trading blindly? No, and I tell you not to, because the stream is delayed. There's about a 3-second delay on the stream. There's latency on the line. So if I enter a position, what you see me doing has already happened. If I exit a position, what you see me doing has already happened. Do not follow me blindly. Do not follow anyone blindly. If you're paying for signals, if you're in a Discord and you're paying for signals, you're wasting your money. Regardless of what the people in the Discord are saying. If you're paying for a trading bot, you're wasting your money. Learn how to trade. Learn how to actually read the signals yourself. Learn how to find stocks and select stocks. Learn what the entry and exit is. There's no shortcuts to trading. It's like any job. If you had a dentist and they told you that they hello Helen. If you had a dentist and they told you that they didn't actually have any practical experience before they opened their dental practice, but they just cheated in the exams to get the license, you wouldn't go to that dentist. It's the same with any profession. Learn, don't try and make shortcuts. There's no. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you're looking at it to get rich quick, then you're going in with the wrong mentality and you'll lose money. All right, so you're just hitting the avatar. You're not going through to the profile. You can just try swiping left. It does the same job. Lavetti. Oh, on the Instagram page. And if you click on the Instagram link next to it, it opens the YouTube, and the YouTube's streaming my desktop as well. So it's not that they want you to lose money, Roberts, but I mean they don't care if you lose money. What they're trying to do is pump the stock in a direction that works for them. So they'll tell you that they're going to get out at a certain level, but they've already got out. They'll tell you when they're entering, but they've already entered. These forums, chat forums and Discords and things like that. And watch, the majority of signals that they give are on very low liquidity stocks. So they can pump and dump them. They're talking, stocks that are like 50 cents, or this one's going to go up to 70 cents. And it's like, they'll buy 10,000 shares of it, tell you that it's going to go up to 70 cents. That 10,000 share buy that has started the move. You see it moving upwards because they've just bought, and then they pull the rug from under you. Once it gets to kind of 65, you're thinking it's going to go up to 70 like they told you, and they pull the rug. And then later they show their trade is that I said it was going to go up to 77, didn't quite get there, but it went up to 65. Hope you all made profits like I did. Like, really? You just stop people making profits, you great numpty. And that's how they do it. Just be careful of those pump and dump Discords. Selena, don't worry about it. There'll be another move. Don't ever give in to FOMO. There's never just one move on the day. So if you miss a move, take the next one. It's like waiting for a bus. If you're waiting for a bus, do you know what? You miss one and then 3 come at once. So don't worry about it. There'll be another one. Where did I learn to trade? I taught myself. I'm self-taught. Yeah, I can teach you strategies, Yusuf. I can teach you all my strategies that I use. People have been asking me to teach them, so I actually created a course. You can access that course, the first link in my bio. It's not expensive. It gives you all the strategies. It gives you a full trading plan. It gives you everything that you need to be profitable. It's not going to make you profitable. That's down to you. But it gives you all the knowledge that you'll need to be profitable. Some would argue there's what's that soundbite that's I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know that I'm doing it well. So the question is, how long did it take me from starting to considering myself competent? It took me till I started being profitable, and that's the big thing. I lost money consistently for about 5, 6, 7 months when I submersed myself. But I'd submersed myself in it. I wasn't just I wasn't just testing the waters, dipping my toe in. I really submersed myself in it, and I lost a lot of money those first 5, 6 months. I've been profitable now for all last year and all this year so far. So this year I've a gross profit of a little over $300,000 so far this year. So we're doing well on the year, and last year we didn't manage to get 7 figures, but so that's the goal this year. We couldn't make 7 figures last year, but we're aiming to hit 7 figures this year. That's the what's the word I'm looking for? That's the target. Any good watches for today? Well, I'm wearing an Omega. I don't think that's what you mean, but at the moment, no. There's nothing moving at the moment. I think we might have to wait till closer to the bell. Even Riot and Mara made a pop up with Bitcoin, but if I'm just looking at the Bitcoin on the 5-minute chart. It's pulled back a little bit from the highs. So Riot and Mara have also pulled back from the highs. So there's not a lot of volume. I'm expecting they will probably make a move after the bell. Can I look at double NDM? Yeah, I certainly can. There's no volume pre-market. There's nothing happening with it at the moment at all. It's flat on the day, so it's not moving at all. It's kind of 374, which is at like 1 cent below where it was on Friday's close. But this is not a heavily traded stock anyway. If you look at Friday's volume in total, we're looking at 2.7 million shares traded across the whole day. 1.8 on Thursday, 2 million on Wednesday. It had a good run up the previous week, where it was doing like 3 million plus shares a day. It's not huge volume, but it did have a good run up. It's right now it's just consolidating sideways. It finished. It's that 375 level, if you will. So it finished on Friday 375, and it's 374. So, and there's been not really much action at all in the out of hours session. Yes, I do have a dog, and I don't have Doge, but I have a dog, and she is snoring. She's fast asleep on the sofa. Yes, she certainly did, Alistair. Afternoon, Jim. James. I'm just waiting on some clarification from the guys at Benzinga. I'll have it up again later. Don't worry, Jack. I'm just waiting for them to come back to me. I've got a couple of questions outstanding with them, and they're usually pretty good. So. I'll just check to see if they've come back to me now. I think we should be good. Yeah, I'll put this. I'll put the screen as. Let's see what. I'll just load that up. Where is it? Get rid of it. So I'm just going to build the workspace out now for the stream, live on stream. Right, where do we want to do? First and foremost, I want movers. Pre-market session gainers. And I want signals. I want news. Does that every single time. And then put my filters on there. Okay. And so just bear with me. Yeah, I that's what was my subs expired. That's what it was. So I just had to renew my subs. Funnily enough, let me just get on this. And first one I want is that's the session actually, so that's fine. Next session. Where were we? $15 pre-market. Yeah, that's the right one. Need to change the volume range. Happy now? Is that working for you? Building out the scanners again. So I had to renew my my subs with Benzinga, and it should do it automatically, but for whatever reason it didn't. So I was back onto them to sort that out for me, and they've done it fairly quickly. So happy days. Right, I can now. What are we looking at? That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, why don't you pay my subs for me? No, the paid is just I didn't pay them over the weekend, and I should have done. I think it was supposed to go through on the 27th, and I didn't do it. So this is the Microsoft Windows mouse. I use regular charts. Use regular charts. So we're looking at there's nothing moving on the scanners anyway. Not at the moment. Star Surgical is the one that's 68,000 shares traded. Plantronics 1.3 million shares traded. Is probably, let me just have a look at Poly. No. Yeah, so there's nothing at the moment. It's an acquisition. HP are acquiring it. That's why. And then we've got the Drip and Socks, which are institutional direction daily or whatever you want to call them. They're low volume. It's horrible. Horrible day for day traders at the moment. There's just no volume in it at all. Yeah, so just use regular charts, so candlestick charts as opposed to log charts or whatever. Use candlestick charts. I was talking to one of the students on the course this morning, and we were going over a couple of things. And I was saying how I tried line graphs to start off with when I got into trading. Then I tried the bar charts, which just confused the hell out of me. And then I got into candlesticks, and candlesticks were a lot more logical for me in terms of what they represent, but also in terms of spotting the patterns. So that's why I use candlestick charts. So guys, I know what I'll do. Now that my Benzinga's working again, now that I'm back in action, I'll give the desktop tour, the obligatory desktop tour. Okay, so this is Benzinga. This is what I was waiting for. So I had to renew my subscription. Unfortunately, even people like myself that are promoting these guys don't get it for free. So I had to get it back working again, which is it is now. What I've got set up here is this is the gap scanner. What I'm looking for is top gappers, who they are, the volume, what the current price is, etc. So if I click on one of these, it will tell me exactly what, so I'll move this up here so everybody can see it. It'll tell me exactly why it's moving. So we can see that it's just moved straight up here, big one, and because it's basically being acquired by HP. So that's why that's moving. But I can look at key data. I can look in here what the float size is. It's 21 million float. It's a good, decent sized float in terms of small float. It's high short interest. It's 20% shorted. So all of these details, short details, financials, you know, insider, that kind of stuff. So you see all this information, and it's all available at the touch of a button. Get rid of that. Then I've got my momentum scanner here, which is the last 15 minutes. It's essentially the same thing, but over the last 15 minutes. It tells me where the momentum is. What surging scanners coming through is on here. So I'll look at, you know, we're looking at the last 5 minutes. I've also got the last 5 minutes based on volume. So where are the shares actually taking place? Where are the trades taking place? Where's the action taking place? Then down here, I've got the signals. So I've currently got it just to price spikes while it's low volume pre-market. When the market opens, I'll have the halt and resume, which gives us a good indicator of volatility, and then maybe a bit later I'll have highs and lows checked out depending on where I am on the day in terms of profitability. So look for highs, like day session highs or day highs, or I can even look at annual highs there. If we're looking for you know, high range breakouts or something like that, and lows, I also look at that for session highs and lows for reversals as well. And here's the news, rolling news ticker. So this is Benzinga. Benzinga is it's a platform. It's the third one down on the link tree. So if I go into the link tree here and I go into the link tree, so we see this here, and the third one down is Benzinga. You can go into Benzinga, you can try it free for 14 days or whatever it is that you want to try it free. It's worth its weight in gold, but remember to pay your subscription, or otherwise it won't happen. So top one there is the course that I trade, all the strategies, techniques, patterns, all the kind of stuff that I use. You click on that one, it takes you to my page, which is Day Trade with Tony. I partnered with Teachable, and the course is a Teachable course, comes with all the guarantees you get with Teachable, yeah, you can learn how to day trade using the same strategies that I use, using the same patterns that I use. Here's the full syllabus. You can actually get the first, there's like 17 hours of lectures to get through. So the first one's up free on YouTube. You can check that out for free on YouTube. Then all the rest, including some more in-depth areas. Business plan. If you're going to trade it as a business, and that's going to be your income, then complete business plan, trading plan, etc. Even cover options. I'm going to be adding to this as well. I'm going to be adding a section on crypto trading. And I'm going to get more in depth with options, but for now, this is the syllabus that you get. You can it costs 142 bucks a month. That's about 120 pounds or 130 euros or whatever it is. 142 bucks a month, less than 150 bucks a month. You can go for a longer period. With that, you get one-to-one with myself, mentorship, and consulting with myself as part of that as well. And if you keep scrolling down, you'll get 3 months of my profitability from my journaling log and also my broker statements. So just to show that I am profitable there. So that's the first link on the tree. The third one is Benzinga, which is what I've just shown you. What I also recommend is TradingView for charting. If you're just getting into it, I still use TradingView for charting, for technical analysis, pattern recognition, all that kind of stuff. If you're wondering what the platform I'm using is, and I'll talk about this in a moment, it's DAS Trader Pro. DAS Trader Pro. So it's the little green and yellow one. This here is Daytrader Pro. So this is what I'm right now. I've got the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and down here I've got, you can't see it on YouTube, but 60-minute and daily charts. So you can actually, I'm trading primarily in the 1 minute and the 5 minute. I'm just using the 60 and daily for support and resistance and support confirmations. Over here I've got 8 windows that are all showing different things. This is usually my watch list. I don't have a watch list this morning yet because there's nothing moving. Very quiet pre-market, but this is usually what where I put my watch list. So we might start seeing something happen when we get the 9 o'clock scrum. Okay, and that's my desktop. Over here I have the chat, people in the chat, both in terms of YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and tickety tockety. And so that's my desktop as it stands. What broker gives quick fills? It's not so much the broker as the software. If you've got any broker that gives you direct market access software, you can get quick fills. So any broker that gives you a direct access to the markets. Otherwise, they will put your order through whichever market maker gives them the best deal, which isn't entirely legal. They're supposed to give you the best deal, but if they're getting payment for order flow, which a lot of brokers are, particularly if you are with a broker that is free commissions, then it's going to be payment for order flow. They won't allow you to trade with a Daytrader Pro or a Sterling Trader or anything like that. They will sell your order flow to the market maker that gives them the best rebates. We're all sitting at our graphs, watching the graphs, hoping something makes a move. So deal rate is down on the day. All the cannabis stocks are selling off today. They're all down on the day. And I'm at the moment I'm using Capital Markets. It's an offshore broker. I also use Interactive Brokers. I find both of those very good, and the reason for both of those is they give me the full depth of the market. So I can trade any ticker that's on the New York Stock Exchange with either of those. I don't trade OTC markets, which is the pink sheets, the over-the-counter markets. I don't have access to those. If I paid for them, I could get access to them, but I don't want to trade those. I won't get leverage with those, so I don't trade them. And that's the penny stocks. So this is the stocks that are like 10 cents a share or something like that, 5 cents a share. I don't trade those. Good morning, Khalid. I'll just call you Khalid. Good morning, Khalid. Let's have a look at Roblox for you. No, not a huge amount of volume. It's trading sideways on the day. It's not. It had a bad Friday. It's had a bit of a yo-yo day on Thursday. It had a bad Friday, sold off. So it's currently trading at 47.10. When was this IPO? I think was it last year or earlier this year? Roblox. Its highs were up in November, so I remember it doing really well up at 140s in November. It's been selling off ever since. But on a daily basis, there's no day trade. It's trading sideways. There's no day trade for me at the moment just because of the lack of volume. Today, we've got, what are we looking at? 34,000 shares traded in total. 134,000 shares traded in total. There's nothing. There's no volume there. When you consider the size of the float as well with Roblox, there's not a lot of action there. That can change. It is a quiet day pre-market today. my charts that these charts that you're seeing on the tube, these are from Daytrader. That's my action. Those are that's my 1 minute and 5 minute charts that you're seeing on that stream. HYMC. I'll have a look at that for you now. That's just barcoding. Sideways. Between 169 and 170, it's just barcoding. It's not doing anything. It's up on the day, don't get me wrong. It's nicely up on the day. It's 32% up on the day, but it's just barcoding right now. The range is very poor. Just be careful with that one. It's moved up steadily yesterday, had a little kind of spurt at 7 o'clock, but now it's just barcoding. So the range on HYMC, what's the float size on this one? It's huge. It is huge volume for it just to be barcoding. Data. It's not a huge float. It's like 47 million float, so it's not huge. I mean, we're 23 million shares traded already, but it's just barcoding. So the range, the range isn't great on it. I wouldn't know where to get in and where to get out there. It's just sideways. The lack of volatility would scare me away on that one. Yes, it is. It's Tilray Brands, like the rest of the cannabis sector, is trading down. It's selling off today. It's currently 8% down since Friday, and it's testing lows. So we're just about to break pre-market lows. So not looking good, I'm afraid. Wouldn't surprise me if it goes back and retests the lows from Friday. Well, Cleaver's exactly the same. So Cleaver, CLVR. Again, very similar. So Tilray, Cleaver, all those cannabis stocks are trading in a similar fashion at the moment. So Cleaver as well, on lower volume than Tilray, but it's testing lows. It's down at $3 now. So it had a good run up yet on Friday, but it's been selling off since the close on Friday. It pretty much sold off into the close and has been selling off ever since. This one's also down 20%. So the cannabis stocks, you can short them if you want to use the strategies that I use, but in reverse. You look at the gap down, fall down, gap down, go down, as opposed to the gap and go. They don't look strong at all today because, I mean, the testing lows again. So trading below the VWAP as well. It's not looking great. Yeah, absolutely. So Cleveland just had great volatility. It went from kind of less than $2. What was the move on from 188 up to 398? So that's like $2.10 in a single day. Which, when you're a $2 stock, that's huge move. Okay, so ALPP. ALPPY. Have a look at that for you. Again, no volatility. So our two best friends as day traders are volatility and volume. Now you can get volatility on low volume, but that's not trades that they're risky. That's not trades that we want to be taking. And you can get high volume without the volatility. Something like a Bank of America or something along those lines that trades millions of shares every single day, 40, 50 million shares a day, but doesn't move more than kind of, you know, a couple of bucks, whatever, a couple of points. So what we're looking for is high volatility on relative high volume. Without one without the other is no good to us. The patterns are not reliable if you have one without the other. So we need high relative volatility. AMC is having a bit of a look. So it's moving back up towards the VWAP. If AMC moves above the volume weighted average price, I might be interested in trading that in the next half an hour or so. Oh, you've got off the sofa now. You're just snoring on the floor, you little fat pudding. Yeah, so we're not seeing a lot of movement at all. We're not seeing any movement at all in terms of reliable volume with it. Riot and Mara have hit the scanners now, but they're not moving on big volume. So we'll just keep an eye on those. I'm going to keep those on watch. In fact, I'll put them here. Riot and Mara. The thing is with these two, you can pretty much have just one chart up and you'll be able to watch both stocks because they tend to move in a similar fashion. AMC and GME. I've got the Q and the SPY. So a lot of markets. So they've just gone red on the day. The markets have just gone red on the day. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing either. So the markets have just gone slightly red on the day. The Nasdaq's still green, but the S&P's just gone red. So watch this space. Yes, that's the dog snoring. And that's exactly what I'm doing with her. Just let her lie there. So yeah, let's have a look at the crypto market again. So I'll just pull this up here so you can actually see it. I think I might like the white better. I like that better for crypto. So yeah, I mean we're looking at. I'm not so keen on the dark theme anymore with trading views. So I'm going to start using the white one. It's easier to see. So we came back down towards kind of 47,100, but now we're moving back up again. So it'd be great to stay above 4,700. So 47,000, 4,700. Back to the hourly chart. You see here that 47,000 is a that level there is they've already had a pullback to that level and then moved back up. So it'd be nice to stay above 47,000 on Bitcoin. If we can do that, I think potentially in April we could see a $50,000 Bitcoin again. Maybe even this week. Not too far away. I think the $50,000 level isn't too far away. I mean, we broke $45,000 and it went absolutely nuts. So that was yesterday. 45 has been the resistance level for a couple of months now. Look it on the daily. See it better on the daily. Put it on the 4-hour. 45, yeah, see? It's been since February, oh, even January. It tested 45. When it broke 45 back in January, it went up, retested it as resistance, came back down and went up, tested it in February, came back down, tested it up earlier this month, and we've just finally broke it. So that $45,000 level was a really important level for us in Bitcoin. And of course, the rest of the stable coins, rest of the high cap coins will follow suit. So if I look at Ethereum on the daily, you can see Ethereum's having a good day. Ethereum's having a good day. It's up at 3,300. Get rid of all my trend lines that I've been drawing here. So, and let's have a look at XRP. I have to look at not on Coinbase. XRP 88 cents. That's good news. And there's been news over the weekend with XRP as well. They've been told the courts basically told them to come to a decision at the SEC, come to an agreement with Ripple for final decision there in the next month. So we're expecting a decision probably in May, latest in June. SEC wanting to extend that date out, but of course the courts and Ripple not wanting to do that. So we could see some positivity for XRP if that gets resolved in the next month or two. Yeah, Krypton always leads the pack. So Bitcoin always leads the pack in crypto. You get the anomalies in the low cap coins where you get the pumps. If it's a new project, then you'll get a pump to a fair value. Very often you'll get a pump to an overvalued coin, and then it will retrace to fair market value. But that's usually with new projects. But to see Bitcoin moving, you know that potentially we've got a good bull run or a good move upwards ahead of us now. Oh, I like Nvidia. How is Nvidia doing? Let's have a look at on TradingView. Nvidia. Okay, so Nvidia is currently 270, almost 278. It's up on the day slightly, but trading sideways. It's looking decent actually. Nvidia today. Let's look at it on the on multiple time frames. So yeah, since it made its little run up on Thursday, it's held most of its gains, so that's good news. So I've been bullish on Nvidia for a while. I think they're a good company. They've got they're taking over that gaming space. So yeah, I like it. I like Nvidia. How do I find the stocks with high volatility and volume? It's a good question, James. I use Benzinga Pro. So I set up my scanners, did it a little bit late today because my subscription expired, but so I had to wait for them to activate it again, reactivate it. So I've set up my scanners first thing pre-market. I've got my gap scanner, I've got my momentum scanner, I've got surging scanners. I've also got signals, I've got rolling news, and I use all of that. It's all at my fingertips at any one time, so I use that throughout the day. With regards to finding stocks to trade with volatility and volume. Where do I start? In what sense? Microsoft, it'll be trading like the wider market. Microsoft always does. Yeah, so slightly down on the day, 303s at the moment. Microsoft, low volume, but tends to trade like the wider market, following the market down, the S&P. So we've just seen the S&P make a little bit of a bounce upwards towards the previous day's closing price. You probably see Microsoft do a similar sort of thing. So Microsoft tends to follow the market. Yeah, not really. Nothing special. I think Sal's is probably the one that we should be taking a look at. Creative Medical. That's the one that's hit the surging scanners and the momentum scanners. It's now 19-20% up. So we quite quickly look at 444 as the high of day. Pre-market. Got this little level here, so 425, the $0.25 level. It's just popped back down towards the VWAP. So I'm now looking for it to break the $0.25 level with a bit of volume. If it doesn't, then we don't trade it. We wait. Let's have a look at why it's gapping up. That's the question. Creative Medical Technology has fallen Monday morning, but it's not, it's up. So no catalyst as such other than unconfirmed earnings. So that's the first one to hit the scanners. Have a look at. Yeah, so it normally trades about 4.7 million shares a day. It's just done 1.3, so relative speaking, 500,000 shares in that one candle. So that's good volume for this one. We'll get a couple of dojis here. Doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence of it to actually maintaining this. It's popped up. Let's see if it stays above the VWAP. Not overly convinced. I'll put it here. It's the first one on the list today. RIP is an ETF, oil and gas ETF, and this one is semiconductor ETF. And I don't trade derivatives, so I won't be trading either of those. Well, Turn the music up a little bit. Drown out the snoring. Just a little bit of lo-fi music just to keep the stream entertained when I'm not giving it gas. Yeah, so Cell just popped up. That's Creative Medical Technology, and now it's selling back off again. So watch this space. So we're seeing on the 5 minutes, if it's moving kind of 2-3%, it doesn't really mean that it's moving a lot, because it can drop 2%, it can gain 2%, and it's not a big deal. Whereas if it moves 5-10% in 5 minutes, then you sit up and take notice. And if that's then carries over into the 15 minutes, and it's kind of like 10-15% in 15 minutes, of course you want to know what's driving that. I've kind of the snoring. I've kind of it's white noise to me now. So a lot of people kind of think, is that snoring? And to me, I'm like, I don't hear it because it's white noise. All right, Forge is now hitting the scanners. So we traded this last week. So now we're getting a bit of action with 8 minutes to go. All right, what's the highs here? We've got a pre-market high now of 21.13. Had a high, yes, last week of 21.56. I think it was 21.62. Oh, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Has there been new news, or is this did we trade that? Oh, we traded that on Friday. It moved up, so we might get a continuation on Friday. It's had a couple of good days actually. What's going on with Forge Holdings? IPO SPAC merger on Tuesday, that's right. We've got this resistance now at 21.13s, 21.15s ish. I don't know about Indo being back. Still down on the day. Before's just popped up and then popped back down again. Just as quick. It did that last week. It was so volatile last week. We made, I think, $16,000 on this one on Friday. Just by jumping in for a VWAP bounce. No, Indonesian energy is not back at all. It's down on the day and there's no volume. So looking at sells US gas. Bitfarms making a move up on the back of the Bitcoin move. Oh, you might see a few crypto stocks making a move up. Bitfarms, Bit Digital, Marathon, Riot. All these will make a bit of a move up. Hut, yeah. A few of the mining stocks, the crypto mining stocks are going to be making moves today based on the strength of Bitcoin. So just got 4 minutes to the bell, and really only 2 stocks to watch. So looks like we're going to have to watch for the momentum scanners. There's been nothing really moving or gapping up pre-market. So market highs for Riot. I'm just going to mark it out here. That go up to so 25.58. Okay, close enough. All right. Yeah. 202 pre-market highs. So keeping an eye on some of those crypto stocks. SPY slightly down on the day. Fuse break even on the day. AMC 0.5% up. Sorry, Jimmy 0.5% up. AMC 0.5% up. So 3 minutes to the bell. A little over 2 minutes to the bell. Are you asking what the difference between volume and momentum is? Volume is related to momentum, but momentum is the speed of change in a particular direction, whereas volume is what's causing that change. Yes, I do trade crypto. I don't day trade crypto. So the difference between, so if you've got momentum is going in a particular direction, it's basically moving with speed in a particular trend, so either up or down. Volume is the amount of shares being traded that's causing that move. So we can get volume, but we can get regardless of which way it's, the move is going. It can be going downwards. It can be selling off with volume, or it can be rallying and moving up, price moving up with volume. So it can be moving up with upwards momentum or with downwards momentum, but the volume is always positive. John Doe, welcome back. Always good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm feeling good, just not a minute before the market opens, and there's not a lot looking like trading at the minute. So 30 seconds. I'm going to change the scanners over early because there's nothing pre-market I need to hold on to. And the market's open. Short or I heard that one. Forge is moving up. AMC's making a move. AMC also. Right, and Mara just sold off at the open. I see them moving up. Don't worry about catching a move before it happens. Wait for the move to happen. So I'm looking at sells and Forge now. EMA and AMC making a move to the upside. Riot and Mara all making a move to the upside now. So now we're looking at pre-market highs for all of these. Right, so we take a position there for the break of the pre-market high. Take some off, lock in that a little bit of profit. And we'll add to a position. Add back. Just in with Riot now. Riot can make a good move on any given day. And it's one of those crypto mining stocks, so it's moving on the strength of Bitcoin. Add a bit more. Just watching the action and the pricing. Spread's not huge, so it's not something to worry about in terms of the spread. See this break highs now, 2280s, 2278. See this break highs, but nice. Over 2280s. Currently just consolidating around 2270. Doji's not great, but just tapped over 2280 there. Just going to take a little bit off. A bit more. It pulls back. The next candle to make a new low is when we get out. Just trading this up, ride it up. Just base hits. What we're looking for. We'll get over $23 and then we can add some more. We're currently 2,500 shares. We're only taking small size. It's a Monday. And the last couple of Mondays have been bad for me. I've started off poorly, so I just wanted to trade smaller to start off with and get a little bit of cushion on the ticker, get a cushion on the day, get a cushion on the week, and then we can look to start moving upwards. We're not getting huge volume here, but we are getting the right move upwards. Currently 23.10s. Our average cost is 22.72. So if this breaks, what's the low of this candle? 22.85. So if it breaks 22.90, we get it. Next candle to make a new low. That's essentially what we're going to do. Which is a good way to keep protecting your gains. It's a mental stop, but it's a trailing stop. So the next candle to make a new low for me is my exit signal. Just oh, we had a doji there as opposed to a red candle. That was the consolidation. Oh. Add to the position to take off. Taking half the profits, keeping the same share position, but taking half the locking in half the profits. Moving on, continuing to move up. 23.14s now. Our average cost now is 22.89. The low of this candle is 23.02, so we'll call it $23. Oh. Base hits, that's what we're looking for. Nothing spectacular. You can see that JLux Energy's JX Lux Venture has made a move, hitting the scanners. Traded that well last week. look for a position to add. Or if this candle is 23.12. I will be add to this position, doubling up on the size. Break even is now our exit. Still 23.12. Slightly larger size now, so we're 5,000 shares in here, 23.35s. 5,000 shares in there. Well, this candle is 23.17, so that's our new stop. There we go, we'll get it. Okay, so there we go. That's how you make 1,700 bucks in 10 minutes. AMC's pushing towards 22s. Only at 21.67. GME's just touched 160, so they're having another good day again. And let's have a look what else is moving. Okay, so next candle to make a new low, a stop option on the trade. No, absolutely, it's an exit signal. You don't have to exit, but it's an exit signal. So if you're going up at a steady rate like that, and if you have a look at right, and I'll show you the logic behind it. Okay, so flip the camera. Okay, so this is the trade we took. Okay, so we had, where's my cursor? So on the 5 minute, you can see here, I've marked out the pre-market highs. The pre-market highs were 23.57. So as we broke that, that's when I entered the position. You can see it over here. So 23.57, that's where we entered. We took some profits there at 22.31, and then we added that back almost straight away. Pulled a little bit back, and then we started taking profits there. And then we moved up, we got this doji, we took some more profits and we added back. We added to our position here, made it a bigger size, and then what actually happened is, it's okay, as we moved into this candle, the next candle to make a new low, the low of this candle was 23.70. That's when we exited there. And you can see we saved ourselves some money. It's pulling back now, and it's pulling back for, so I now look, if I want to continue trading this, I look for a new entry point. So that next candle to make a new low is a good exit indicator. It's a good exit signal. It only works if you've got a stock that's not that volatile. It's actually moving up fairly steady, like Riot was there. You've got a volatile stock and it's all over the place, and you've got a big range. You might make a new low and then go on to new highs, and you know it's a bit messy that way. So it only works if you've got a stock exhibiting and adhering to a particular trend. AMC would have been a good one to get in on that. So at the open, we had the push up with AMC to 21.20s, pull back to the VWAP, and then it's been moving steadily up since then. So I'll have a look at AMC right here now. So we had this push up towards it opened here at 20.61. It moved up to 21.20s, pulled all the way back down to the VWAP, and then steadily made a climb. So if you got in here for the next candle to make a new high would have been this one here. So you got in here, and then use the VWAP as your stop loss. You ride this all the way up with the next VWAP as a stop loss there, and then as you start getting up here, the next candle to make a new low. Of course, if you're just using the VWAP as your stop loss there, if your next candle to make a new low would have been this one here, you'd have got stopped out there. So you give it a bit of breathing space. The VWAP's your stop to start off with, and then it's like the next candle to make a new low. So you get it all the way up there, and then you get stopped out here. 21.75. So you could have, essentially you would have got in at 20.94 or the break of 21 and rode it up to 21.75. That would have been a trade. That would have been the trade that you traded with if you got into AMC at that stage. So now looking for another entry. AMC looking to break highs up here at 22s. It's tapped 22. Rejected. This is the third time it's been up there. So the whole dollar level is psychological level. It breaks 22. Could be an interesting be interesting to trade. Not huge volatility though with AMC or GME. It's just a steady, which is not, it's not too bad. Sellers did nothing. Fords did nothing. Riots pulled all the way back towards the under $23. So we're now looking for alternate entry points. So right now it's a Monday and I'm green, $1,700 green. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a good start so far. All right, what else is moving? Not a lot in terms of volume. Creative Medical. That's on its way back. So let's have a watch of this. We've got an opening high up here. So I'll just mark this high here. It's opening high here at 435. We've got a pre-market high of 444. If this retakes the VWAP, which is what I need to see it do, so it's gone up to 415s, come back to the VWAP. I now need to see a VWAP bounce and move up towards 435. So if this can get back up towards 430s, it could be an interesting to trade against. AMC starting to sell off now. GME selling off now after that huge run up. Riot and Mara making a turnaround. So you get this. It's peaks and troughs. You've just got to watch for the patterns setting up. Look for pattern breakouts. The high of this candle, 415. Up through back down with, so it's we didn't find support at the VWAP with that one, so let's have a look. What else have we got? Mara testing highs, bit of a flat top on the 5 minute, so we want to see this above 32s. Right, not quite at that level yet. So Mara, let's have a look at you. breaking 32. The pre-market high is 32.02, so 32 is already proven to be significant resistance pre-market, and the high is now just under 32, so 31.98. So sometimes these levels aren't a particular dollar cent value; they're an area on the chart. So break that with a bit of volume. Late to the trigger. I filled at 32.07. 20 cents. See this up at 32.20s. A little bit of breathing space. Just broke the session highs. We just broke the pre-market highs. So we should go on to test that 33.30, I would expect. But doesn't always do what you want it to. That's 32. 32.20 went up to. This is Mara now, Marathon Industries, I think it's called. Right, 32.20s. I'll just take half the position off. We're still in for 5,000 shares. We took it started for 10. Still in for 5. If this gets 32.50s, we're up to 32.40s now. 32.50s, I can take half off and add back. Slightly larger size. Just increasing my position size. 32.25 is my exit, or next candle to make a new low, which will be 32.25. So I was absolutely spot on. Take a little bit more profit. Lock in profits as you go. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. Oh, the low of that candle was 32.40s, so that's our exit. And the market, by doing it that way, the market tells you when it's time to get out. You can lock in your profits on the way, and then you don't have to worry about missing a move because the market stops you out. AMC breaking highs, GME going up to retest highs. I'm more interested in Riot and Mara right now. High of the low of that candle is 32.50, so that's don't mind a little bit of a pullback, a consolidation. If it gets too extended, then when you get that pullback, it really pulls back quickly. A couple of little pullbacks along the way, just give it that little bit of breathing room for a steady climb up. And this is all on the back of the strength of Bitcoin at the moment, because Riot and Mara are both crypto mining stocks. The low of this candle is 56. Okay, so we get out there. So next candle to make a new low, that was that one. So we got out, and happy day. So I'll just walk you through that. I'll talk you through that, guys, so that you can understand my logic around this. Okay, so this was Mara. So pre-market, we mapped out, very similar to Riot. Pre-market, we mapped out these pre-market high of 32.02. We then got, it went up and tested that. As it broke that, that's when we got in. So we got in for the break of the pre-market high, and that was here, and we rode that up. Took profits here, took profits and added here, and then we took some more profits here, and then we got out when we got a next candle to make a new low. So as this broke lows, this one broke before it, and this is great risk management, because we're actually exiting our position. We're adjusting our stop as we move higher. We're adding to our position, so we're getting a higher average cost, but we're adjusting our stop, and we're using the chart as exit signals and exit indicators. As you can see, as it made a new low, it actually started to pull lower. So hopefully many of you are learning things, and if you're learning new things on the stream, then just tap the screen 10 times. If it's if you're enjoying the educational content and you're finding it informative, then tap the screen 10 times, and it just helps with the algorithm. Yeah, she's gone outside now. She woke up and went outside, Jimbo. So she's stopped. So yeah, it depends. If it's moving with great volatility, I'll be taking profits along the way. So depending, if we've got big green candles, I won't wait for red to wipe out all of that profit. But when they're not huge green candles, it's a steady, slow climb. I'll next candle to make a new low. That's what I'll do. Whereas if I'm looking at big, volatile moves, I want to lock in profit a lot earlier. And if I'm adding to my position, I'll use my stop loss as my whatever my average cost to buy in is, and that'll be my stop loss. So once I've got a position, I'll keep taking profits and adding back in, and then from that point onwards, I'm not going to lose any money. So I've got, actually, I should have shown you guys on the stream so that you know what's going on. So our profit and loss on the day is 4,800, and net profit and loss is 4,500. So we're 500 away from the goal. It's not the easiest day to trade today, if I'm being completely honest. It's not the easiest to trade because we're not getting the huge volatile moves, but what I say, it's not the most difficult to trade, but it's we're not making huge gains. I could go bigger, but just the basis that we're not getting those big moves on big volume makes me a little bit reluctant to do that. So let's have a look. What else is moving? Anything? Iris, Bueller, anyone? No. So we've made our money on Riot and Mara today, and they're not even 15%. So I normally look for gappers on 15% or higher. That's my gap and go strategy. I've not even used the gap and go strategy. I've just used momentum strategy, and in terms of the strength of Bitcoin, knowing that these were going to move to the upside, it was just a case of could I capture the move to the upside, and how much of it could I capture. So now the Mara's pulled all the way back to the VWAP, so we got out at the right time, and Riot's following. So not half an hour in, almost $4,500 profit made already. So not bad for 30 minutes work. You know, can't complain for 30 minutes work. That's it's good money when you can get it. What are you using? What am I using for the graph? So the graphs, these charts are it's Dash Trader Pro. It's the platform I'm actually trading on. But you can go into TradingView for free, and you can see these charts, and you can set these charts up for free on TradingView. How much do I make a year from trading? As much as possible, Pat. As much as possible. So I'm trying to get into 7 figures this year. So that's my goal this year, is to break 7 figures, and I'm on target for that. At the moment, year to date, I'm on target. So. So my stop was an automatic average price. No, what I'm saying is that my average cost to buy, if I buy, when I bought in with Mara, I bought in at 32.05 or whatever it was my entry, and then I took profits on the way up to a point where if I kept taking profits, I'd have no shares left. So at some point, I have to add back. And I added back at 32.37, so my average cost went up. So my average cost would have gone up, because it takes the average of whatever the average price of your current position plus the cost of the shares that you're buying in at that particular price, and it makes the average. So my average cost at that stage moves higher. So then I take profits a little bit further up and a little bit further up, and as I'm coming back down, I've got either break even as my exit if I'm looking at a particular volatile stock, or it's making maybe it's making a bear flag, a bull flag, or there's a pattern forming. I think it's going to continue to the upside. I might use either break even as my get out, or I'll use the next candle to make a new low. And it's broke now. Mara has broke below the volume weighted average price now. So sales is moving upwards. It's just broke the pre-market highs, 435. So let's have a look. Are we going to get a continuation? Now look for an entry point. I need to find an entry point. We've got blue skies here. So, right, okay, here we go. Right for a pullback. I have this one is 442. It's all about, you know, spotting the entry and exit points. You map out the resistance and support levels. We've got it at 443. Give it 15 cents. Give it 15-cent risk. 428, I'll just get it. Oh. Looking for sells to make moves to the upside now. Let's see it break that. What's that one? 445. It needs to break 445. $338 on the ask. Give it a little bit of wiggle room. See, we're getting quite a bit of selling pressure. So give it 15 cents, which means 428. So it's struggling with that 445 area. $440s. It's struggling with. It's not playing ball at the minute. I don't like this consolidation on low volume, well, relative low volume person. So let's break that 445 and we'll see a bit of volume coming, I think. Oh, we're 5 cents down on the ask and on the bid now. 5 cents down. Just trying to make a move upwards towards 445. It's not doing it. Might just cut the losses here. It's not coming through as quickly as I would have liked. Going to cut it there for 10 cents. That's not too bad. It's just 10-cent loss. I went in with 10,000 shares for the break, and it didn't materialize. So we'll just watch for something else. We'll just give back $1,000. Maybe that will turn around. We just got a nice little bounce around the VWAP with Mara. Not so much on Riot, but certainly with Mara. With 40 cents, 50 cents bounce. Let's have a look at AMC. All right, okay, so AMC is looking a bit extended on the 5-minute. A little bit better on the 1-minute. Do I trade anything other than equities? I do. So Pat wants to know, do I trade anything other than equities? So I'll occasionally do options, but I usually trade options more of a for swinging in a more bullish market. Didn't want to answer that. So in a more bullish market, since we've been in a downtrend, I've not been trading options so much. On an intraday basis, I'll trade equities. I don't trade. Haven't been trading crypto intraday simply because of the volume and volatility is what I'm looking for. I'm both of those. To get the volatility in crypto, you tend to go for the lower cap stocks that a lot of the main coin exchanges don't carry, and to get the volume, you go on the main exchanges where you've got the big, the majority of people actually, trading it. So the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, etc. So you don't get the volatility with those big, more stable coins, and you don't get the volume with those lower, more volatile coins. So it's a little bit it's easier to trade stocks intraday than it is to trade crypto, I've found. How much did I lose on the trade? $1,000. So we were 4,800 up. We're now 3,800 up. So and that's just pulled all the way back to the VWAP. So looking for here, the high of this one is 340. Watching it at the moment. Just watching AMC and GME because they're trading pretty much in tandem with each other. GME is a much it's a heavier price stock. It's like 160,000. Sorry, $160. Whereas AMC is $23. So if you've got a big account, you can trade GME and make more money. If you've got smaller accounts, stick with AMC. Again, when I say make more money, you could also lose more money. Most people fail. Good man. 320 on the account today. It doesn't matter if it's paper. It doesn't matter. That's consistent. If you get 300 today, 300 tomorrow, etc., etc., it sets you up in a good stead to move on to a live account. That's a great return. Just be careful not to give it all back. Once you're green, stay green. Watching AMC right now. watching AMC, and I'm also just watching the volume bar at the bottom. If I get a good volume to come through, then good volume starting to come through, then that could be interesting. There we go. So I took quick 25,000 shares for the scalp, and just took 10,000 off quickly, and another 10,000. That's scalping supreme. So just made $2,500 with AMC, just scalping that quick move. And I'll talk you through the logic behind it in a second. Still 5,000 shares in this move as well. So if it goes on to test highs, we might add back. So high of day at the moment is 2360, currently 2350s. Oh. 2328 we got filled. So right now, 2328 is our break-even point. Alternatively, it's the next candle to make a new low. There we go. We'll get a the break of that's the new candle. Next candle to make a new low. So here we go. So that $1,000 we lost, we just made back and then some. Put the camera. Okay, so here we go. So we were looking at, it came up here, pulled back, and then we were looking for the next candle to make a new high, which could have been here, but we're on the $250 level, which is a psychological resistance level. So I look to enter. This is very much like a bull flag formation. If you look at it on the 5-minute, all this extension all the way up, and a little bit of a pullback. So I'm looking for the pullback here. I'm looking, okay, next candle to make a new high on the 1-minute. That's where I enter. We'll get up here. The high of this one was 23.21. But we've also got this little $250 resistance level. So taking that into account, I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait. My entry point is 23.25. That's when I'm going to get in. So as we broke that, we actually see this surging volume coming up from the bottom. And that's what I was really looking for, is the additional volume coming through. We'll look for the surge in the volume. We get that, 25,000 shares, because it's backed by the surge in the volume. I can take a bigger size comfortably. We break the $250 level straight up, and we take profit 25 cents higher. We're taking a little bit more off at, what's that level? 23.40s. And then when it starts to pull back, we get out for the remaining 5,000 shares at break even. Just as it's breaking low, so we get out at break even. What does that look like? So we actually lost 1,000 on sells, but we made it back and then some with AMC. So altogether, we're 5,700 on the day, 5,200 net profit and loss. That's how you hit your goals. Thank you very much. You're welcome. So Pat, what you've got to get used to is it's easy come, easy go. You've got to have that mentality. Every trader loses. Every trader loses. Every investor loses. You just got to make sure that when you make gains, they're bigger than your losses. You know, so let me just block this idiot here. You always get some idiot coming in trying to spam your chat. $57 to $52. Where's the 500 gone? I don't know what you mean. Nice chunk of scalping. Absolutely. I don't know what you mean, Poker Kings. Oh, I get it. 57 to 52. So the $500. Where's the $500? Why is that? That's the difference between the trade profit and loss and the net profit. The net profit. So the net profit takes into account commissions, charges, ECN fees. So basically, the at the end of the day, what is likely to be taken off me in terms of fees and charges and commissions, etc. So that's the difference. The 400 and whatever it is. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been one of those days where there's not a huge amount of volatility, so there's no stock that's really running today. Hello. I'm saying that now, but DAX has just made a run up. 61 million share volume. We're looking at 74 million shares today. I've not seen any oh, that's why I've not seen anything hit the halt resume scanner, because I've not I forgot to set it. But I've not seen anything halting and resuming. Trading halt, not much at least anyway. If it has, it's been going downwards by the looks of it. So I don't think I'm going to be trading anything else for the rest of today. I think I've made my goal on the day. I'm going to call it quits. It's nice to have a so because I trade active, I'm an active trader, and you've got to factor this in. If you're going to be taking lots of positions and lots of transactions, then you're gonna get hit with fees and charges. If you take the bigger the size that you take, the more fees you end up paying, because it's based on the number of shares that you take, the position that you take. So if you take 25,000 shares, and an ECM fee might be, whatever the ECN fee is, it'll be times 25,000. So it catches up to you. But you need a big account. You need to be making good money to be able to take a big account. You're looking for big money with a big account like that, big position like that, so you can cover that off. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 500 to make 5,000, I'll do that every day of the week. Well, Jimbo, I'm live every day, at least an hour before the market opens. So normally I'll be going live anywhere between 12:30 and 1 o'clock a.m. GMT. So that'll be 7:30 to 8 East Coast. And yeah, we're just feel free, watch the market. Yeah, so that's it. I'll take the dog for a walk. She's back in the room, so just put a bit of weight on. Happy days. So my dog's been quite sick over the last month or so. Hey, you. Guess I'm talking to you. So she's been sick this last couple of months, and she's lost a lot of weight over this last month, and she went off her food. So here's me trying to get her to eat, and she's gotten now into a habit of being spoiled, that she likes me to make her some scrambled eggs at dinner time in the evening when I'm cooked for myself, and I have to make her some scrambled eggs, otherwise she won't eat her dinner. So I've been doing this last week, and she's starting to put weight back on again. So she's getting a bit chunky again. Oi, teddy bear. Yako. What? What are you doing? Are you going back to sleep? Are you coming saying hello? You come say hello. Hey? Come say hello, teddy bear. Yeah, you might sleep out of your eyes while you've been sleeping. Yeah? Teddy bear. Grunting. They could all hear you snoring. You're snoring like Peppa Pig's grandpa. You are. You could all hear you snoring. Okay, I'll pet you a little bit longer. Okay, guys, that's going to be me done. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed your company. No, she's a chow chow. She's a chow chow. But Polly is an acquisition jack. So take a look at the action on there. So Polly is an acquisition. It's going to be bought by HP. So there's no trades there. It's up 50%, but there's nothing. There's no trades happening. All of the transaction is up on one platform where HP have agreed to buy it. So Polly's it's not it's not tradable. Not unless you got in before it announced the acquisition, at which point you might have got arrested for insider trading. So yeah, that's me done. I'm going to end the stream there. I'll do a recap video on those 3 trades that I've taken today. So we've taken 4 trades. I wanted to forget sells because it's the blot on the landscape. So we've taken 4 trades, 3 winners, 1 loser, and that gives us a 75% accuracy, which is good. And you know, we're finishing 5200 up, so another good day. I've set myself that average of $5,000 goal daily, so that I can hit my 7 figures for the year. So we're on track to do that, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, bright and early, depending on where you're sat. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate your company.